right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich Celenza. Thanks for checking out my channel. So what I want to call today's video is basically men, stop going broke when buying clothes. Or I'm going to call it something similar to that because I know so many young people that kind of get caught up spending way too much money on clothing and accessories. I'm going to give you some of my tips on kind of how to save money if you love shopping, for instance, or you just like buying clothes or shoes or everything in between. I don't care if it's caps, whatever the case may be. So, and I'm just going to tell you right now that for the most part, I look at clothes as being disposable. And I grew up in the garment fashion industry with my grandparents, aunts, uncles, and parents being involved with that industry. So I truly know to a certain degree that what the value of material is worth. Now I get now more than ever that we have all these different types of brands that we're all spending all this money on, and I get it, right? I don't care if it's fitness wear. I don't care if it's high fashion. What you got to realize, all that is material, all right? I understand a lot of times they're going to be pitching you thread counts or they're going to be telling you it's this, and I do want to say there are different levels of materials, obviously, and it does, to a certain degree, take more time sometimes to create certain types of clothes, I guess, as well. But I'm also here to tell you, do not get ripped off. And I am going to do a video separately talking about how you don't need, for instance, to have your suits tailored. If you can afford it, God bless you, do it. Do whatever you got to do if you have the money. But I'm just telling you, if you can't afford to have your suits tailored or your shirts tailor-made, I guess is what I should say, don't worry about it. There are so many different avenues we can go to make you look great, much more affordable. I'm going to start doing more podcasts and videos trying to help mainly men how to save money and still live kind of an extraordinary lifestyle or look great, I think. But I think a lot of people think they have to spend a tremendous amount of money to look good, and you really don't. I'm not saying that, look, if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to do that. But I am also here to tell you, if you want to start maybe looking more stylized, then I'm going to show you how to do that. And one of the things I talk about on my podcast previously over the last couple of years, I talk about it in my Mastering Self-Confidence program, is learning how to shop for sales, especially if you're going to start going to malls, curbside malls, big box stores, whatever the hell you want to call them, boutiques, whatever the case may be, you are going to, for one, always be looking for things on sale. Now, if you find something you absolutely love and you got to get it, you got to get it. That could be online or when shopping. But when you shop, what you want to really start looking for is things that are not just a little discounted, a lot, all right? Even if it's not the season. So a lot of times, say it's summer and you see an unbelievable coat that's discounted 70, 80% off, like a leather coat, you may consider buying that. You may not be wearing it for the next X amount of months, but down the line, you are definitely going to wear that and you'll love wearing that. So these are the type of things I want you to look out for. Also, at the same time, don't be walking around in a mall or online or whatever and get bullshitted. A lot of times it's always 50, 70% off. You go in there, they may not have your size, it's outdated, the clothes look worn out, whatever the case may be, or they're just not your style. Don't buy things discounted that you don't want either, is what I should say, all right? Don't get pitched bullshit, because almost every store now, especially through the pandemic, through coronavirus, is having sales out their ass. I mean, let's call it for what it is. The malls are slow, so there's deals everywhere. But what I love, and if you've watched any of my YouTube videos previously, I visit all the top, I guess you could say, consignment resale stores all over North America. I've done a lot of videos on them, especially places like Sister's Closet, which is actually called Well Suited. But that's a place that has a lot of great clothes, some new, some used, very discounted, unbelievably priced. They have all different types of clothing, accessories that goes for luxury wear, and it goes for all fitness, everything in between. Sportswear, they have it all. And I think a lot of people get afraid when they buy used clothes. I get it, 100%. You don't want to put a shirt on maybe that another dude sweated in, right? You don't want to put pants on that another guy wore. I get it. You don't want to wear shoes that another dude's feet have been in, let's say, for a long period of time. I get it, right? Hats, it goes down the line. But a lot of times when you shop in these stores, for one, you'd be shocked you can find a lot of new things. That's Goodwill as well. You will find amazing deals at these places, and a lot of times it's new. But here's the thing. You're not going to always find specifically maybe what you're looking for, if that kind of makes sense. So when you are shopping in those type of places, you kind of got to be a little more open-minded to say, hey, you know what? This is really reasonable, and it fits. I may not always wear it. I may not even love it to death, but it's definitely worth the purchase. Now, I'm not telling you to settle, but I am telling you sometimes things, if you're looking for a black shirt, hypothetically, and you only see a white one, you may still consider getting the white one, is what I'm trying to say. Especially if it fits you great and it's a great brand or you want that brand. You're not always going to find what you're looking for when shopping resale or consignment shopping. And here's the other thing too. Back to the used clothes. A lot of times if you look at certain clothes, a lot of men do not wear those clothes a lot. If you could just look at them, look at the pits, look at the collar, look at how many, what it really looks and feels like. What does it smell like? Because a lot of people buy clothes, they only wear them once. Sometimes they never wear them. All right. And a lot of times this may sound crazy. A wife may buy something for their husband. They try it on once. They don't like it. They throw it in the closet. Say they get a divorce. They leave clothes there. Say a dude, buys a bunch of clothes and he loses weight or gains weight, whatever the case may be. That's where you're usually going to find great deals. If you're going to buy anything resale, what I would highly recommend are sport coats for the most part, and even suits a lot of times, maybe even jackets, because a lot of guys don't wear them that often. I mean, some do, obviously, if they're lawyers or executives or accountants, things in that nature. But a lot of times you can catch some great deals on suits, sport coats, especially resale. Have them dry clean, take a look at them. If they're mint, you can pick up some incredible deals. I literally picked up a $1,500 Xenia coat, practically brand new, mint. It might have been new. It looked new for $70. Now, that's the other thing. A lot of times if you do start consignment shopping or resale shopping, a lot of these stores don't always necessarily know the quality of the brand or how much to charge. They probably go online, but if they don't sell that brand that often, they're going to kind of probably just want to get rid of it. So, for instance, they're going to be like, oh, this is the Armani sport coat. Yeah, we're not going to charge $1,500. We know that. Maybe $200. Maybe $100. They just want to unload it. Maybe $400. I don't know, but they're usually, I would say they're going to price around 20% of what they would charge for full retail. And that goes for a lot of major brands. That's even sportswear. Like say this shirt I wore here. I think I got this in Schaumburg. I love it. I couldn't find these type of shirts, this specific color I wanted and whatever, and I ended up finding it. It was mint. It was used, but it almost looked brand new again. And I think I brought this thing for like $10. And I think these are they could be $85. Again, had it washed. I washed it a couple times and I love wearing it. So these are the type of things I definitely think if you're looking to save money, and this goes for accessories too, as I should say as well. There's a lot of great deals out there on accessories. Don't always think you got to go to your mall or go to a boutique again and spend high dollar or go on eBay or anywhere else. A lot of times you go to these stores, you're going to find great deals. Not only that, on shades, lenses. I once got an unbelievable deal. So I had, I used to love Maui Jim, for instance, and I went into Sister's Closet. But the thing was, they had in the women's department a pair of Maui Jims that looked like dudes. I think they were just unisex, honestly. But, those shades can cost you $300 to $500 all day. But somebody got them, and then they put their lens in there. So now nobody wanted them. So they wanted like $150 for them, even with the goofy lens. I said, what am I going to do with this? I can't even see through these. I'd have to have the lens replaced. I'd have to ship it in, which I think it was Peoria, Illinois. I think they were originally out of Hawaii. But anyways, where you have the lens replaced, I think is out of Peoria, Illinois. And I said, listen, I'll give you $50 for these things, or else, they've been sitting here a while. I used to go to the store all the time. And they're like, all right, just give it to me. I had the lens put on, I don't know, if it's maybe $70. For $120, I had beautiful looking Maui Jims. I think they were around $450. I mean, I went a little bit out of my way, but those are the type of things sometimes you got to look at. Again, belts, a lot of times if you look at an expensive belt and the belt may be, $100, $200, you may want a really nice belt. It could be a Gucci. It could be obviously a lot more than that. You may find deals, again, at a consignment and resale store. I've done previous podcasts on this. Well, I've also done videos, like I said, at other stores that resell and consign all over North America. And I've also done them at outlet malls. And that's what I'm going to wrap it up with. Definitely you want to try outlet malls. But again, shop more frequent. A lot of people just want to go to the mall once every 3 months, walk in there, see what they have, and leave. I get it, right? You may not just be a mall person, but if you consistently maybe go one every 7 to 10 days, let's just say you bop in and out. At least that's what I like to do when I have the time. And then you go and see what the new inventory coming in and out is. And a lot of times you're going to catch a great deal at an outlet mall compared to, say, a luxury retail mall. Sometimes, again, you can save up to 50%, 70%. But I would recommend you definitely paying attention to the material and the quality, because a lot of times what the outlets are getting are not the exact same quality that, say, like say hypothetically a Macy's or a Neiman Marcus or Barney or whatever, Nordstrom's. They may be the same brand. Say Ralph Lauren, for instance. You go to, if you go to Macy's or somewhere and see Ralph Lauren or just a Ralph Lauren store, and then you see it in an outlet, don't always think, even though the shirt may look very similar or same color, same style, it's the exact quality, because a lot of times it isn't. Just a heads up. But I would recommend, if you want, definitely I think TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls. Now, I'm not saying that they have every brand you want or they deal with a lot of luxury brands. If you're looking to save money and put some time in, they do have some decent stuff in there, especially I think regarding fitness wear. Their dress shoes, I wouldn't necessarily say you're going to go there and do that, but they do have a lot of different things. I would be a little scary, though, regarding colognes. I believe that you should get the cologne at a legit store, which would, again, be a higher-end store that carries a decent cologne. I don't like outlets. I don't like other stores curbside a lot of times because I don't think it's authentic. So I am going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you got something out of this. But please start saving your money when it comes to shopping in general, all right? Don't think it's corny. Don't think you're cheap. Don't think any of that shit. Back to clothes being disposable. Most of the clothes I get, a lot of times I wear them for a certain amount of time. I end up giving them to friends, family members, and colleagues. I love doing that. I make sure they're spotless. And I just like, helping other people wear clothes maybe they can't afford either. And a lot of them think that I spent thousands of dollars on a lot of stuff when I really didn't. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I'm going to wrap it up there. If you get a chance, check out my podcast, The Rich Celenza Show. I'm also on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you get a chance, subscribe. What else was I going to mention? I have a program called Mastering Self-Confidence. It's to help men find the woman or women of their dreams, even if you've been through a bad breakup or divorce. And I go through a lot of things regarding fashion, style, identity in there as well. And I want to thank my buddy Robert Beninati. I'm at his office today, so check him out as well. He has his own podcast, Real Business. All right, take care, and I wish you nothing but the best.